Hey, welcome into Talon Talk, a debut show here in 2025. Mark the date down, September 30th, 2025, on a Tuesday, and we're going to do this a dozen times or so the remainder of 2025 and into the spring, 2 to 3 p.m. on Tuesdays. And you're looking at the men's soccer team at the University of North Florida. What a story they've been this fall. Some huge wins, including a top 20 win over FAU and a Big Ten win earlier in the season against Wisconsin. And I've got a question. Why aren't they ranked in the top 25? We'll ask the coach about that here today on the show. Brent Martineau along with Richard Miller, and we're going to be your hosts of Talon Talk. Richard, great to have you, man. You've got some other people in the room, in the seat, and we'll get to those
on
folks
the couch
in just
and
a
everything.
bit.
Yeah, I'm excited, Brent. First time we've ever worked on air together.
Get out of here. Is that true?
It is.
Yeah, I usually fill in for you or you fill in for me on the games.
Yeah, we just cross paths. That's it.
If you want me to do color sometimes, just let me know.
Of course.
Jump in. I don't know anything about that side of it, but we can try it.
We can make it work. Yeah, been great. Been great. Exciting. We had big River City Rumble matches recently for soccer, so men are playing well. Women had a tough loss, but they look really good this year.
Well, Richard, we call him the voice of the Ospreys, I guess, is easy enough, right?
Yeah, you're number 12.
12 of them.
Yeah.
How about that? And maybe the best year yet going on here at the University of North Florida. So many exciting things, and we're going to talk about a lot of those things, including the Blue and Gray Bash that's coming up next Friday. But we've got a lot of fun stuff happening in the fall and on the verge of basketball season as well. Get your tickets now at UNF Arena. Should be a fun season and a new era. Say nice things about Bobby Kennen. He's right here.
As you said, it's already a great season. They're 0-0.
Yeah, that's right. Good start to the season. And for the fall campaign, obviously all the fall sports happening. We're going to talk men's soccer a bit. Coaches here, women's soccer as well. They've had some nice wins, and things are hopping over on campus at the University of North Florida. Sporting Jacks is playing soccer over there. The field and facilities look good. We'll give a shout-out to those guys, too. So there's a lot to like going on campus right now. Nick Morrow will join us later in the show, and, of course, he can tell us a lot about what's happening there with some of the new announcements, including the state basketball tournaments coming to the University of North Florida, which is pretty cool. Get your voice ready.
Yeah, that's huge. Probably the most text I've received of any
Really?
UNF announcement of, oh, this is so cool that UNF is going to be hosting this.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So that put on the map.
For sure.
That's what's good about it. It kind of gets UNF on the map in some of these events with track and field we've seen over the years, and now with the state basketball tournament. And that's going to be a busy time here in Jacksonville when it comes to basketball, late February, early March, because the A-Sun men's and women's basketball tournaments are downtown too. Some of the preliminary games on campus. So the place will be buzzing in late February and March.
Oh, yeah. We just need a shuttle in between downtown and UNF. Get it going.
All right. Well, hey, let's get things rolling, and we bring in the head coach of the men's basketball team, and this is Bobby Kennen. We're going to have to scoot you up a little bit, Coach. Definitely have to do that because don't let me mess you up, Jason Hamby, and the shots, but I want him closer to the mic as he now is in his first year after taking over from Matthew Driscoll. And what do you need me to do here, Hamby? Or my mic? Sorry. There you go, Coach. You look good. The work in progress here. I like the new look. You like the new look, Coach?
There we go.
Yeah. Like the colors? Look good.
I need
Coach,
some more
you got to talk up.
Perfect.
Talk up like we're at boot camp.
There we
Let's
go.
go. You just had boot camp.
Yeah, I'm
he
still
said it
getting
was
my
great.
voice. I'm still getting my voice back. You know,
Wait
Brent
a
asked me
minute.
who says boot
Let's-
camp. Who says boot camp is great? I said a drill sergeant and a coach says boot camp is great.
Let's listen to this voice a little bit. I mean, you've been yelling at people, huh?
A little bit. We're into our second week, so getting ready for our second practice of the day today. So everything's been going fantastic.
How has it been? Seriously, taking over, obviously everything that's transpired since the summer. It seems like a good energy around the program. You got some talent, and obviously new talent. That's just the nature of it. But are you having fun here a few months in?
Yeah, it's been an absolute blast. I think we have a deep competitive team, and that's been the most exciting thing about it. I don't know that we're going to have that superstar guy, but I think it's going to be a team where every night somebody different is going to help us win.
That's pretty good stuff. Hopefully that is the case. We're going to learn about them. What have you learned about your team so far?
Well, I learned we've got a lot of talent, and we've got a lot of highly competitive guys, and I think that's the biggest thing that we have right now. And when you recruit, you don't quite know you think what a guy is going to be, and until you have an opportunity to coach him, that's when you truly find out. And I think we've had very competitive workouts, very competitive practices, and they push each other every day. And I think the other thing that's really important is that they've really come together as a group.
Coach, one of the leaders on this team, is it Cameron Oriole? Has he been emerging?
Absolutely. I mean, I told Cam the other day, I said, I don't know what his future holds, but you're a pro. I mean, he's been a pro in everything that he's done. You know, in his work habits, in his in the weight room, in the training room, getting up extra shots, everything he's done. He's a 4.0 student. He's a fantastic kid, and he's been a leader. I mean, he's been really fantastic for us, and I'd be surprised if he's not a first-team All-League guy.
How about that? That's pretty cool stuff to hear. That's what you want, leading those guys. That's what you guys usually get, those guys, too. I mean, there's a professionalism about them. Anyway, is a little different, right, when you say, hey, I've taken over in the summer, and you start working on this thing, and then you even have boot camp, but then when practice, it starts. Like now it's like starting. We're about to flip to October here. Does it feel a little bit different? I mean, it starts to get real fast.
It really does. I feel like the summer was about building a team and having those guys come together. Now the fall, as we kind of turn the page and we're 5 weeks away, now practice every day is about finding a way to win. And that's the difference. You know, you kind of go through that process where, you know, we're building a team and they're coming together. You're building that camaraderie and you're kind of laying the foundation. Now it's about finding a way to win every single day.
What's it like, Coach? You've got Carter Hendrickson back, one of the best UNF scorers. He's now on your staff.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic. I have a great mix on our staff. We've got some veteran guys, and Coach Perkins and Coach Evans, and we're able to hire Coach Marlin as well, Bob Marlin as well, who's the winningest all-time coach in 2 Division I leagues. And then you turn around and I have David Ackerman and Carter Hendrickson, who are 25-year-old guys. So I mean, it's they provide that energy and enthusiasm, but not just that. They have a great deal of knowledge. They're both excellent in what they do, and they're growing every day as our team is growing as well.
Bobby Kennen with us, men's basketball coach at the University of North Florida. You're listening and watching Talon Talk on all the different Action Sports Shacks platforms, by the way, and it'll be up on the UNF Ospreys platforms too, so you can find us 2 to 3 o'clock each and every Tuesday for an hour as we highlight UNF Ospreys athletics and also what's going on campus, and there's a lot happening on campus, and we'll get to all that right now visiting with Bobby Kennen, the men's basketball coach. You mentioned the boot camp. I just want to go back to this a little bit because we have like the design of it. On Monday, campus ropes course. Tuesday, parking garage run. Wednesday, 2022s on court. You have to explain some of this. Thursday, obstacle course. Friday, the beach workout. Which one of those is the worst?
Well, for me, I'm going to say the ropes course because the coaches participated in that. I mean, it was very physically demanding. I mean, it was crazy. I thought it was going to be more kind of team building and camaraderie, and it was very challenging. We were in groups of 8. Our entire staff participated, and as soon as we got done, Coach Evans and I got in the car and traveled to South Carolina to recruit, and we got about 2 hours up the road and we stopped for gas, and it took me about 5 minutes to get out of the car. And I've been working out and running too, and everything else. I was feeling good, so I'm going with that. But I think each and every day presented a challenge that was unique in and of itself. Coach Burt just does an outstanding job with our obstacle course on Thursday, and I think that's become a staple of our program. It's just something that's so different and so unique, and it's one day. I mean, we kind of keep a plaque with winners, and it's highly competitive. And I just think that's something it's a core memory for everyone who comes through our program. But I think the week, it's obviously separate parts throughout the week, but the week in a whole is a challenge. And the other thing I think that was fantastic is we practiced every afternoon, after it. So a lot of times, in the past, that we kind of started doing that a couple years ago. We just kind of had the boot camp, which was, physically demanding in the morning, and then you started practice the next week. It kind of led up to practice. Well, we kind of went to a different level and combined the two.
I bet the jump shots are a little harder on those afternoons, aren't they?
Well, it was funny. We had to play towards the end of practice where Mason Watkins pitched it ahead to B.J. Plummer, one of our freshman wings, and he kind of threw it down on somebody. So, as we came back together yesterday to start practice, I told Coach Bird it wasn't hard enough if we got a guy dunking at the end of practice at the end of the first week. So we're gonna have to ramp things up a little bit next year. He still had legs on Friday afternoon. We got to be a little tougher on those guys.
I don't know. He's got a little Travis Hunter in him. Maybe he doesn't get tired, right? Hey, 2022's on court. What is that?
So that is basically you're going to go down and back twice. You're going to do that in 22 seconds. You're going to do that 20 times.
And if you don't do it in 22 seconds,
if you don't,
it doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
How did we do?
We did very well.
Okay.
Yeah, we did very well. The parking garage run was a little bit different. So we did ladders with that. So basically, it is in essence you're kind of going up the ramps and you're going the equivalent of you're running the half court, running the 3/4 court, and running the full court, going like 3 times. Kind of a ladder 3 times, and you go up to the next level 5 times, up to the next level 7 times, and then kind of go back down.
Richard, the slate is pretty good, as always, for the University of North Florida Ospreys, and they open with Florida, the defending national champs, on the road, but have a bunch of good ones highlighted on this schedule.
Yeah, Tennessee, Wofford, Gonzaga, Dayton, Miami. What's it like, Coach?
Well, it's funny. It's kind of like when you're an assistant, you help out and you make the schedule, and all of a sudden you're the head coach. I'm like, where'd these guys come from? I mean, we have SIU Edwardsville at home, who went to the NCAA tournament last year. We go to Wofford, who went to the NCAA tournament last year. Obviously, we're opening with the national champions. By the way, my first 2 games were the national champions, and then Elite 8, University of Tennessee. But we also get a chance to play at some great places, I think that. Dayton and Gonzaga are 2 of the best places to play in the entire country, regardless of conference or affiliation or anything. They're fantastic experiences. We're able to bring an Ivy League team in here at Columbia. We're able to play them at home. So we have a very challenging non-conference home slate as well.
Yeah, there you take a look at it, and it really gets going. And I know you've discussed this on our show, on the Brent and Austin show, before. But that Florida game is going to be cool for you, right? I mean, that area, your family. And big. I mean, obviously it's Florida. Your kids will get hyped up for it. They're going to probably celebrate that national championship, so it'll be a memorable moment, regardless. But it's a special one for you.
It certainly is. I mean, it's the first college game I ever went to was at the University of Florida when I was in elementary school. I grew up 30 minutes down the street. Was able to get my master's there, and it's funny, when I was going to grad school there, I overlapped Coach Kruger and Coach Donovan, so I was there Coach Donovan's first 2 years. So I would either go to class and try to stop by practice before or after, and just kind of be around it. So I mean, it's my home state. It's right down the road, and it's certainly a challenge when you have the opportunity to play the number 1 team in the country as well. That's just icing on the cake.
And it's going to be your debut.
It is.
So that's pretty neat. I think that's pretty neat stuff.
It really is.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, that's good. That's cool.
The pressure's on. Our athletic director just walked in the gym and I walked in the studio, and I shared with him a little while ago. I said, hey, if we need extra tickets this year, we better get them early, because I think they're dropping the banner and giving them the ring. So those 75 tickets we get aren't going to go very far.
Tennessee matchup, was that a connection maybe with Chaz Lanier having played there?
Well, it's more of a Coach Barnes and Coach Driscoll connection. Their relationship goes back years and years, and Tennessee's actually one of the few SEC teams that we haven't played. So it was kind of we've talked about it for years, and I think Coach told him, okay, you have Chaz now. Once he leaves, we're gonna play. So that was kind of the genesis of that game.
Go ahead, Rich.
Was it neat? Chaz had his media day for the Pistons. Did you get to watch any of that and see the photos?
I have not. I mean, I've been focused on the Ospreys here at this point and recruiting, so haven't had a chance to see that yet. We spoke a couple weeks. We had a chance to speak a couple weeks ago. I was on a drive and we talked as he was actually heading to Detroit, and I know he's very excited about the opportunity that's in front of him.
You usually do make the schedule, or have in the past. Did you make this one because of the timing of everything? Like, you probably put this one together.
Yes, it was kind of already in process. We had a few things we had to work out. We had to work out our MTE, and we're going to play in Pensacola. We're going to play Southern Miss, and the other teams in there are Tennessee Martin and Prairie View A&M. And because of that, because it's a 2-game MTE, we had the opportunity to have an additional game, and that's when we were able to get Columbia at home. And it's always great when we can add a Division I non-conference home game. So,
yeah, that's great.
So that kind of afforded us the opportunity to do that.
All right, before we get you out of here, you mentioned recruiting, and you're obviously hot on that trail. And heard some rumblings, got some bigs in the mix, huh?
Yeah, we have 3 commitments. We have 3 commitments right now. We're really, really excited about our class moving forward. We have another one that I'm waiting to hear on, so hopefully here any day. And I think if we're able to kind of pull that off in the early signing period, we're in really good shape going into the fall.
Coach, give us a brief rundown. Team mantra this year, what is it?
Yeah, we've talked since the beginning about togetherness, toughness, and trust, and kind of building those things. More importantly, trust. Them trusting each other, them trusting us, and us trusting them. Kind of as a staff, and I think it all kind of goes together. And one of the things that we always look for is, like we always talked about, WTA. What's our advantage? Where can we find our advantage in every situation? And so far, like as a coaching staff, we met yesterday. I think one of our advantages is we're going to have depth. We're practice being highly competitive. I mean, we went around the room yesterday for the first time, and I'm like, well, who do you think is going to start? Who's going to start? And we probably had 10 different guys among the 5 or 6 guys on our staff. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do know that it's great to keep a team engaged, because everyone's going to be ready, because everyone's going to have an opportunity to contribute and help us win this year.
Well, Bobby Kennen, we're fired up for you, man. Good luck ramping up to the regular season. There's a lot of work still to be done over the next month.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, guys.
All right, that's Bobby Kennen, the men's basketball coach at the University of North Florida, and that gets us going. You're a trivia question. You'll be the first guest ever on Talon Talk.
Absolutely.
There you go. Brent Martineau, Richard Miller. We come back, and Talon Talk debuting today. It will be each and every Tuesday on the Action Sports Shacks 24/7 network, social media channels as well. ActionSportsShacks.com, the place to find it. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Heck, if you got Apple TV, Google TV, Samsung, you name it, we've got it. Download the Action News Jacks Now app to see it right from your living room, if you wish. We'll be right back talking some soccer on the campus of the University of North Florida right after this.
Hi, I'm Joel Donovan. My brother Kyle and I, we are co-owners and operators here at Donovan Heat and Air and Electric, and my dad started the business in 1987 to provide the greater Jacksonville area with a great customer service experience. 3 decades later, we're still doing the same thing. I love the Jacksonville area. I love the community. I love raising my family here. That's my name on the side of the building, and it's really important for our family to run this company the way it should be ran. It's something to be proud of.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service. A meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
We're CSI companies. We partner with organizations nationwide to help employers like you find your dream team. You're looking to hire the best of the best, and we've got you covered, start to finish. Whether you're hiring for projects or everyday operations, we provide the talent, strategic solutions, and innovative technologies that keep your business ahead of the competition. This is your workforce, reimagined. This is CSI Companies.
Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
This is a special presentation on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Yeah, we call it Talon Talk here, talking about the University of North Florida Ospreys, and you can check them out at UNFospreys.com, but now you can check them out right here on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network, actionsportsjax.com, all the social media channels. Each and every Tuesday, 2 to 3 p.m., we'll replay the show, but it's always at your fingertips on social media as well. Brent Martineau, Richard Miller, and you're looking at that men's soccer team, and now you're looking at the head coach of that men's soccer team on campus of the University of North Florida, Jamie Davies, and what a job the soccer team has done in the fall. Richard Miller, heck of a start.
Amazing. 6 straight wins right now, Coach. Most in the program's Division I era. What's gelling right now with the team?
Yeah, I think it's year 2, having the players again under the same system and kind of know exactly what we want from them, and then also adding depth as well. I think last year you kind of had 12, 13 players that kind of knew their roles, and I think this year you've gone to even more. So the group is very competitive, and everyone's fighting for their positions, and anyone can help you on any day. So I think that's the difference.
How much did last year help build into what you're doing right now? You guys had a nice year last year, right? So how much are you kind of snowballing that and just building on that momentum? And it feels like you've got a ton of momentum right now over there in your program.
Yeah, I think it's just a belief. I think when you haven't gone to that level, to the NCAA tournament, you don't know you can get there. And I think when you get there and you feel it and you play against these teams, there's not that much of a difference. I think that's what we took away, and that was the aim this year, is that we want to go play the best teams in the country, and we think we can be one of the best teams in the country. So you take a lot from that experience of going to the NCAA, and it's just belief.
Coach, I've never been this mad about soccer. I can't believe you're not in the top 25. You should be in the top 25. You beat Wisconsin. You beat top 20 FAU. What do you got to do to get their attention?
Yeah, I don't know. More.
You got to do a little more.
Yeah.
You got to keep winning. 6 isn't enough in a row.
Yeah, I think if we played the Georgia Southern game, who are now in the top 25, that game got postponed for the weather. And then sometimes when you beat some of these teams, it's a matrix system, so you need them to do well, and if they're not doing well, it kind of lets you down. So it's a little bit of luck of the draw, but we just got to keep concentrating ourselves and do what we need to do to get back into the tournament.
How big are those wins, though? The Wisconsin win really got people's attention. I got my attention here. It got the FAU win to do what you guys did, and really in dominant fashion there too. How big are those wins for your program? Signature kind of wins for you guys as a university, your program, what it means for recruiting down the road? I mean, can you feel those things when you get those kind of wins?
Yeah, I think the aim last year was to put UNF on a map for men's soccer, and I think we did that. And I think when teams kind of undermine you or don't really respect you, they'll come out on the other end, and that's kind of what happened in those games. So that's our aim, to be one of the best in the country. And I think last year we were the only team in Florida to go to the NCAA tournament, and there's some big teams in Florida on the men's soccer time. So for us, that was a huge achievement, and I think that's helped us definitely in recruiting and in picking up players for the future.
Jamie, you had the 1-0 victory at JU. Beautiful goal, game winner by Jackson Reinhardt. Is it kind of like the NFL where it's a 24-hour rule? You celebrate that, enjoy it, and then move on to the next ASUN matchup?
Yeah, you have to, because you'll get humbled if you don't in the next game. And with us, with the rankings right now, you have to pretty much win your conference to go to the NCAA tournament. So yes, it was great to win the River City Rumble, and our players take a lot of joy from that, because there are local players that know each other, that have played together since childhood. So there's a lot on the line. And the boys probably really enjoyed that moment. But we were barking at them Monday, and today we were barking at them, getting onto them, and kind of getting them ready for Florida Gulf Coast.
Hey, just a couple accolades for this team, by the way. 7 ASUN Conference Weekly Honors this year. You lead the nation in assists, 9th in points, 15th in goals, 16th in goal differential, 23rd in scoring offense. I looked all this up myself, so appreciate that. Nate, thanks, man, for the notes. But that's pretty good stuff. I mean, those are things that add up to what you guys are doing, 6 straight wins and what you guys have been able to accomplish. My curiosity here is, you're outscored the opponents 20-2 in the last 6 matches. Do you think you're better on offense or you're better on defense right now?
I think we've got a really good blend of both. I think
Sounds like it.
We were tweaking with a couple of things at the start of the season, which maybe led to some of those goals. And then I think now we've kind of really found, okay, this is the way we're defending, this is the way we're attacking. And it's a really hard, kind of the way we play, it's really hard to defend. And if you try and defend this space, we'll attack in that space. And if you defend that space, we'll go to this space. So we kind of really versatile in how we attack, and I think that's key. We have a style of play and we have an identity, and players have bought into it, and it's clicking.
One of your best newcomers this year has been the midfielder, Kais Mansouri.
Yeah.
Beautiful player to watch, always set something up for Jalen Yearwood. How nice of an addition has he been?
Yeah, he's hit the ground running. I think the great thing about him is that we had him for the spring. He was really able to learn kind of how we want to play, what we want to do, so he kind of had that advantage. So when he comes in for August, he's ready to go, and he's shown that straight away. And we put a lot of trust into him, and he's kind of repaid that trust as well. And I think there's, when you look at last year, David Perez and Rentaro had all these goals and assists. So at the start of the season, maybe people focus on them, and then it maybe frees up Kais. And now Kais is doing really well, so do people focus on him, and does that now free up other people? So we have enough good players in the team that can hurt anyone.
Jamie Davies with us, men's soccer coach at the University of North Florida, year number 2, and it's been a nice run in the early stages of building the program, and a lot of good momentum right now at the University of North Florida. There's a lot of good momentum in soccer in general in this area, and just curious to see if that helps, or does it matter? Is it a totally isolated thing? I mean, it's Sporting Jacks, Armada, you guys playing well. I mean, we got the World Cups coming next year in the States. I mean, it feels like, I don't know, maybe just because we're living it, maybe it feels like there's momentum in soccer, but do the two collide a little bit as you're building a program and drawing more interest with all the soccer talk around here right now?
Yeah, especially coming from England, where it's just soccer.
That's right.
It actually feels nice right now, where there's a lot happening. Been to a couple of the Sporting Jacks games, and it's incredible to see. It's like a show that they're putting on, and it's a really good event. And then I think when they add the men's as well, when we recruit players, they want to know, okay, how do I get to the next level? Mm-hmm. And now we're providing an opportunity that is in town, possibly go to the next level. So there's a connection between playing here in Jacksonville, being seen by the local pro coaches, to then get a chance to play at the pro level. So yeah, it's all connected, and I think what they do helps us.
Good thing I'm not going to talk about the Ryder Cup. All right. By the way.
Yeah,
we won't get into that. We'll just stay with soccer. We'll stay with soccer.
Yeah.
You do have 2 home matches back-to-back Saturdays coming up. Give us a sense of the atmosphere there. Students come out, nice Saturday matches, right, and a couple conference ones.
Yeah, I think Florida Gulf Coast against UNF traditionally in history has been a very competitive match, and their fans kind of give it to you when you're at their place, and we've created a good fan base here as well. So we'll play them on Saturday, and then we'll turn around and play Stetson after that as well, who we kind of went head-to-head with last year as well. So it'll be another really good battle, and we'll need everyone on campus to kind of get us over the line.
Well, great job so far. Keep up the success, and look forward to that one on Saturday for the men's soccer program.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Jamie Davies joining us here on Talon Talk here in the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network studios. We're going to talk more soccer here in just a moment, and we're going to talk the women's side as tough loss, Richard, on Sunday in the River City Rumble. But some good stories to be told on the women's side, too, in soccer.
Oh, absolutely. Kind of like the men's team. They're building upon last year. They've got Ali Fakani. We'll talk to Isabella Pontieri here momentarily. They have so many weapons, and you've got Eric Faulkner, the head coach, recently winning his 50th game as UNF head coach, all-time in D1 history.
That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Let's bring in, you said I can call her Bella. Isabella Pontieri, and she joins us right now from the women's side, and a tough one on Sunday. But overall, how do you feel like things are going this season?
Yeah, I feel like we have a whole new mentality this year. We like to say we're all in and we're getting all out of everything we're doing this year, and that's our new mantra, and I'm really excited, and I think that, we'll take the loss and we'll move on. We'll get another crack at JU, and I'm very excited for that, but we're just moving forward now. We're looking forward to the next 2 games, hopefully getting a win in both and just getting more momentum going.
But what's it like? You have so many underclassmen on this team, but they're all producing. You've got Horth, you have Cosgrove in her second year, Allison Sowers having her best season. What's that like seeing these young players help out so much?
Yeah, I think it's really great. It just shows that there's so much future potential in this program, and just getting to play alongside younger players who have that talent is really refreshing because they're very hungry. They want to get after it, and they're very coachable, and they just want to do everything they can. So I think having that younger talent is just really beneficial for us, and they're very excited to hopefully do the best that they can at everything that they do, and it just brings a lot more to this program. I think it creates a lot more competition, and it's healthy competition, and it just gives even the younger girls more people to look up to in the future.
Well, you're one of the older folks on the team, I guess. I say that kindly, and I can at your age. Redshirt junior, of course, but you're really getting the job done. How gratifying is it, I guess, to be able to have the season you're having, to help the team to the success they're having? By the way, leads the ASUN in game-winning goals, assists, shots per game, leads the team in points, assists, shots on goal. So there's obviously a lot on your shoulders right now, or feet, whatever you want to say. But is that gratifying at how long you've been doing this now to help the younger players out and to be able to deliver?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting. I know last year I got my footing a little more, and so to be able to keep climbing and adding to my game is just, it is really gratifying. And honestly, the best thing that I gained from it is seeing the younger girls inspired by me and asking me how they can get better, or asking me to do extra with them, or just asking me mentality tips or anything like that. That's the best thing that I can gain out of it, is being looked up to, and then just being able to contribute to anything during the game, any team stuff. It just means a lot to me to be able to contribute in any way that I can, whether it's assists and goals.
Well, you're putting your name in the record books, and right now we're watching a little bit of video of the celebration of 30-year anniversary of women's soccer. How cool was that? To kind of go back over the decades and see people that have been associated and now be part of the prideful program at UNF.
Yeah, I think it's so amazing to see things in the bigger picture and see how many girls have gone through this program and how they express that this was truly a highlight of their lives, and they give us the opportunity to really soak it up because we're in it right now. And I think that really opened our eyes to it, and seeing also all the support that we have in this program, and just as a university, all the people who we have behind our back who are just showing up for us and just cheering us on, and all those amazing women, just hearing their stories and just seeing how happy they were to be a part of something. It just makes you really appreciate the now and how we're getting that opportunity here every day.
A number of those players on that anniversary team, do you keep up with, say, Jersey and Zara and what they're up to?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I keep up with Z all the time. She's so amazing. Jersey as well. I'll text them sometimes before or after games, and sometimes when I do well, they'll just shoot me a little text. So it's just great to have, those connections, and just know that, whether you're in the program or outside the program, you build those for life.
Your sister plays on the team. What's that like?
It's good.
that was a hesitant.
No. It's honestly, it's beautiful. Right now, I can't play with her. We have a really good connection, but she's out right now due to her back injury. But in high school, we played together, and we have this insane connection. So it's too bad she can't be out there with me right now, because she reads my mind before I'm even doing something. But it's amazing to have that rock, that support, someone to always turn to, and she just is always cheering me on, and she'll bring me the gels at halftime and all the little gummies, and just always be there for me. So it's just a blessing that we were able to go to the same university.
Yeah, well, give us a little more on that. What was this recruiting like in that sense?
Yeah, I think that she saw when I came here. Obviously, I transferred, so I enjoyed it, and it was something where I had dealt with another program that I wasn't meshing as well with. So being able to come in here and just be accepted with open arms, and my dad knows everything going on, and he can kind of get a perspective of that, and he realized it's somewhere that he would like his other daughter to go to because of all the really good resources and support that we have, and the coaching staff and things like that. And I think when she was being recruited, she knew all that intel from me, and that's kind of how that went. But yeah.
You guys pretty competitive, I gotta believe, growing up.
Yeah, very. Yes. Yeah.
No. It wasn't just a casual board game.
No.
At the kitchen table.
Tears were coming out.
Yeah, I could sense that.
Yeah.
Our production crew, every time we do an ESPN Plus broadcast, they say, Isabella has the coolest tattoos on the team.
I'm glad you asked. I was going to ask.
Is there a meaning behind the butterflies on your right forearm?
Yeah, so the butterflies,
I just show them a little bit.
Yeah, so the butterflies on this arm, I've always been just like in love with butterflies, and I got them at a point in my life. They represent new beginnings, and so that's like actually I got them right after I transferred to my first college, and I went through like an injury that was really hard on me. And that's why I got those, because I always loved them, and I also love the meaning. And then as far as the tiger, I don't know if I can show this one. My dad always called me his little tiger, and so I got that one for that reason. And I just kind of think when I'm out on the field, like that's what I'm trying to impersonate a little bit, like have that edge. And I got the blue eyes because it's like my dad has always been really important in my life, and he's been like my rock, and he's always coached me and helped me through soccer so much. And so we both have the blue eyes, so that's why I got the blue eyes on there as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Great stories behind it, and continued success. Go keep scoring goals.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Give your sister our best, too, in her recovery.
Okay.
Isabella Pontieri from the women's soccer program, and keep an eye on the ladies as well at UNFOspreys.com. All right, let's take a time out here on Talon Talk. When we come back, the athletic director, Nick Morrow, joins us, updates us on everything going on, plus Big Blue and Gray Bash on the horizon. Some exciting news coming up tomorrow. If you do look at the website at UNFOspreys.com, we'll tell you about that as well. And there's some more content that will drop tomorrow around the University of North Florida. That on the way before we're done at 3 o'clock here on Talon Talk on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Hi, I'm Joel Donovan. My brother Kyle and I, we are co-owners and operators here at Donovan Heat and Air and Electric, and my dad started the business in 1987 to provide the greater Jacksonville area with a great customer service experience. 3 decades later, we're still doing the same thing. I love the Jacksonville area, I love the community, I love raising my family here. That's my name on the side of the building, and it's really important for our family to run this company the way it should be ran. It's something to be proud of.
When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models, or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway, or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick GMC. We are professional grade.
We're CSI companies. We partner with organizations nationwide to help employers like you find your dream team. You're looking to hire the best of the best, and we've got you covered, start to finish. Whether you're hiring for projects or everyday operations, we provide the talent, strategic solutions, and innovative technologies that keep your business ahead of the competition. This is your workforce reimagined. This is CSI Companies.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day. Just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I wanted to play in the NFL.
Cuts it back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking, we've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on ActionSportsJacks.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
This is a special presentation on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
How about those championship rings? That's what we like to see over there on the campus of the University of North Florida. get those championship rings, and my eyes are not good enough to read if there's something inside that swoop. I don't know if it actually says something, or if it's just the other side of the.
But I don't remember what it says.
It does say something. But anyway, that's pretty cool. Those are the men's soccer ASUN championship rings from a year ago. Year 1 was a great success. Year 2 so far is a success. And right now, part of the reason for that is this guy here, Nick Morrow, the athletic director of the University of North Florida. Brent Martineau, Richard Miller, debut show at Talon Talk. Hey, we're excited about the show, first of all.
Yeah.
Try again, Brent.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see.
Not a baby.
Based on regular season and tournament champions, NCAA first round. That was a chilly one, right? Didn't it snow in West Virginia?
Huge flakes of snow coming down during warm-ups. It was great.
That
I
was
loved
cool.
it. Yeah.
But hey, that's what it's about. That's what you're trying to build on the campus of the University of North Florida. Men's soccer, a great example. I'm not even sure you could have envisioned it having this much success this quick.
No. Going from last place to first in 1 year was not on my bingo card for last year, and but that was fantastic. It was great and really cool experience. And we handed out the championship rings last week, and I thank the team. I thank the team for what they did for the campus community, for the Jacksonville community, and what they did personally, because we hosted the ASUN championship game and went to a shootout, and I was standing on the track right next to the field, right next to the box and the goal where the shootout took place, and I had my 2 boys right there with me.
Yeah.
And
soccer kids too.
Yeah, soccer kids too. And so they were all the students from the campus were right behind the goal. And so just the atmosphere was unreal. Joaquin hits the game winner, and then everyone rushes the field too, including my kids. They're gone. Yeah, and they're rushing the field too. And so that'll be one of those core memories from my career that I'll never forget.
That's cool. Hey, the University of North Florida gives you those kind of memories. My little guy was at the basketball one in 2015 when everybody rushed the court, right? I mean, those are fun moments. That's kind of what and there are a lot of different levels of college campus and athletics. But when you think about the community, right, and the good moments that you can bring the community and kids and other people that aren't even really sometimes associated with the school, and then everybody else associated with the school, that's kind of what it's all about in a way.
Yeah, that's what I love about the University of North Florida. I mean, we're a Division I school, really quality product, but we celebrate. We celebrate when we win. We celebrate those championships, and we realize the impact we can have on our community. We can create generations of Osprey fans. We can bring a community together. When we made that run in 2015, I remember the Jags new video boards had just recently gone up at that point, and they were talking about our championship and good luck in the NCAA tournament, and all the digital boards and billboards in town were flashing that. Like, I just love what a athletic department can do for a community, both campus and surrounding.
It's a neat field. Hey, Richard, we got to tell Nick he doesn't have to outdress us like this.
Oh yeah,
very important. This isn't for y'all. Yeah, don't worry. This isn't for y'all. I have very important meetings today. I'm a very important person.
I got dressed up for this with the collared shirt.
I did not.
Yeah.
You talk about relationships in the community. How's it been with Sporting Jacks over at Hodges?
Yeah, it's good. It's I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bumpy start trying to figure out how to live together over in Hodges Stadium, but it's been good. And again, Hodges Stadium is an asset for the community. Like what we've been able to host through track meets and other events, including Sporting Jacks. And we want to be that for the community so we can drive that economic impact. We can drive exposure for the university by hosting events through Hodges Stadium. And so it's great. And then we have professional soccer, on our field, which is tremendous. And, and so it's great and we also have professional track athletes that train out there every day.
All the time.
All the time. And so it's really cool that our collegiate athletes can train side by side with professional athletes. I think that's really great. It's important to see their habits, how they train, how they take their craft seriously. And I think that's great for development.
Nick Morrow with us here, the athletic director at the University of North Florida. There's a lot of momentum. I don't just say, listen, we've known each other for a while. We've been around the program for a while. I think you just feel a lot of momentum from those kind of things, which we've been talking about, the track and field and the asset of that. Now the soccer place looks fantastic. Corey and his team has done a great job. And then you get the big news in the last couple of weeks of the FHSAA bringing the state basketball tournaments here. That's cool news, and that's pretty neat stuff, and you just keep adding to it. I mean, again, we're not even talking about the individual sports, but these are outside things that are coming into the University of North Florida.
Yeah, and that's years worth of work, primarily by Irvin Lewis. He's been building that relationship with the FHSAA. We hosted indoor volleyball a few years back, if you recall, for a year, and then we did track championships. We've done, 10 times in the past 13, 14 years. And so we've been building that relationship for a while. And so when the opportunity came up to potentially take it away from Lakeland, we were all over it. And we got support from the city, Jacksonville Sports Foundation, Visit Jacks. Everyone was like, yeah, we need to go after this. And so it's really neat that we're going to bring that to UNF Arena, which I think is a perfect venue, for a championship like that. Yeah. Jacksonville's a great destination for a championship like that. And then hopefully we've got a lot of local schools in it, because that would be really neat as well. But it's going to, again, drive economic impact. It's going to be 2 straight weeks of basketball in UNF Arena, because we'll host a few days of the high school championships. Then we're going to take a break, and we're actually hosting the first round for the men and women of the ASUN basketball tournament in UNF Arena. And then we'll go back to hosting the high school championship for another 10 days. So there's going to be a lot of traffic, but it's going to be really neat. Can't wait to showcase UNF Arena to all the high school student athletes across the state, because even if they're not going to be basketball players for us, we're introducing all these students to UNF.
True.
And they're like, wow, I didn't realize how wonderful and beautiful this campus is.
And
I'd like to come to school here. Yeah. And so that's a big reason why we do it. And that's why we're an athletic department. That's part of our job, is to drive that traffic to campus and generate that exposure. And so we're going to do that through high school basketball, and that's a big get for us.
And Nick, you mentioned Irvin Lewis. How essential is he to your team? Because he brings these outside events, track and field, and builds up this through all these relationships he has.
Yeah, he's been doing it for decades, and he's a well-known name across the track and field community across the country now, based on the fact that we've hosted U.S. Junior Olympics twice. We hosted U.S. Masters. We've hosted AAU National Championship 2 years. We'll host it again this upcoming year. We've hosted NCAAs every other year. We got 2028 NCAA Division II National Championships coming. And he's a well-known name. He was the chair of the NCAA Track and Field Committee for several years as well, and so he handed the trophy to the winning.
That's cool.
If you watch the broadcast, and I forget the gentleman's name, that the whole ESPN reporter, commentator who kind of retired, but he comes back for the track and field championship. He's handing the trophy to him every year and stuff. He's on national television doing it, but he's built those relationships, and we've invested into the facility. And then we've promoted ourselves and say, we want these championships. We want these events to come. And so now we've made a household name for ourselves doing that.
Well, we just talked about men's soccer, and on the show today also had men's basketball. The season's right around the corner. It's here, really. The season's here. The games will start up in about a month. But you guys have had some projects going on there inside the arena as well, the men's and women's basketball locker rooms.
Yeah.
Give us an update on those, and getting close to the kind of cutting the ribbon, I guess, if you're doing that.
Yeah, we will. We'll have an event around it, just trying to figure out when that actual date that we can move in yet, and we're zeroing in on that. But yeah, tiles going in, lockers show up tomorrow, and they start getting installed, and so it's finishes time, which is really cool, because then you really start seeing it all come together. And so we're making sure everything's buttoned up, and by the end of the month, we expect to be moving in, and we'll do a whole event around that, because that's a much needed and a big time project for them.
From your view, how's the transition been with Bobby and basketball? It feels like there's some excitement there, and he obviously knows the program so well. Got a lot of new on the player stuff, but that's just the nature of the beast now in college hoops. But what does it look like from your lens?
He's been seamless. I mean, it's been great. His first job was to make sure no one left. Because when you announce a head coaching change, even if it's internal, that transfer portal opens up for another 30 days. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of those guys could have left if they wanted, but they didn't. Everyone stayed, and they committed to Coach Kennen. So that was win number one. And then he built a really nice staff around him. And then he's hit the recruiting really hard. He had 5 official visits in the first couple of weeks that he was allowed to bring people in, and signed 3 of them, And so he's done a tremendous job with the recruiting side of things, and building a staff, and just building that culture. And honestly, if you go out to practice, which everyone's welcome to do that, it's an open door. You can go check out practice. It looks different. It looks different the way he's empowered his assistant coaches, and what he's done, and how he runs practice, and just he's putting his own stamp on it, because that's the biggest thing we talked about. It's like, everyone knows you as the assistant coach under Driscoll for 16 years.
Yeah.
They know you're a good guy, and you got the right values. But who are you as a head coach? That's what we need to figure out here, and that's what we're learning very quickly. And I'm really excited to see how that translates to game day.
That's a great message, by the way. A tough thing to do. Easier said than done. What do you mean it's open for anybody can come by and watch a practice?
Yeah, our team, and it was like that under Driscoll. It's like that under Kennen. You want to come by and you want to check out a little practice, see how the guys look?
I thought I was just getting special privileges.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it is very neat. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Nick, speaking of a special privilege, will the construction be done to where Brent can get his parking spot back behind the arena?
Yes, that's the most important aspect. That's what he was getting at. Is it going to be done in time for the season so he can?
If you really just cut a hole in the fence over here, I'll walk. Like, I don't know if we can do that. I haven't tried that. Yeah. It's not far.
No, it's really not.
And plus, I need to walk a little bit. There's that,
at least
too.
A bicycle.
Yeah, we get one of those electric ones now. I'd be there in a minute. The Blue and Gray Bash coming up next Friday. Just part of a lot of days. You had 904 Giving Day. We talked to you on that day as well, right?
Right.
And then Blue and Gray. How big are these moments? How excited are you for this event coming up next Friday at UNF Arena at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, next Friday. It's open to anybody and everybody. You can get your tickets on UNFospreys.com. And we'll also be selling at the door, so you can show up the day of the event. It's in UNF Arena. It's always a great event. We switched it up a little bit. Traditionally, it's been in the spring. We moved it to fall this year, and that'll be our normal cadence. So we swapped our Blue and Gray Bash with our golf tournament, and golf will be in the spring now. And so we're really excited about next week's event. We created our own bourbon with St. Augustine Distillery.
Nice.
So that's going to be available at the event now. And we've got casino games. We're going to have our student athletes there, so we can engage with the student athletes, the donors, the student athletes, which is always great because just learning their story and learning how wonderful they are, it just always helps with what we're trying to do. It's just going to be great event. All you can eat and drink. It's always a fun event. Auction and online auction actually goes live on Monday. So even if you can't attend the event, you got something going on, you can still go and do the online auction and participate that way. But
we got to get somebody to bid to be on the Talon Talk.
That's a great idea.
We should give away an item.
Yeah.
Look, we got plenty. We got standing room only.
That's right.
Already, but
tell Josh Baker.
Invited guests. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I'm just thinking that. We produce live on the air sometimes, guys. We'll get ready for the Blue and Gray Bash. Make a few extra bucks.
Yeah, that's right.
Or you could sell that blazer.
I just got it. I just got the blazer.
Autograph it.
What are some of the new projects coming up that Osprey boosters and fans should know about?
Yeah, our next step is baseball. So we're working on the financing. We've done really good in fundraising over the past couple weeks. And so we're going to do phase 1 of our baseball project, which is replace the field, bring in the fencing, all new fencing, new padded wall, some new seating elements. And all of it we're aiming to get finished by February 1st. So we'll be done in time for the season. So early November to early February is our time frame, what we're looking at, and we are very, very, very close to pulling the trigger and moving on that. We just had a meeting at noon today to kind of get all the pieces organized. I just got to get the funding in place, but we're very close. So we're excited about that. And then the next thing that we're working on is 2.5 soccer grass practice field. And so we're very close to being able to move forward with that project well. It's already designed and permitted. We're just trying to get the funding in place for that. And hopefully, by next spring, we're going to have more grass fields. Because right now we have one grass field.
Yeah.
That's Hodges Stadium.
Yeah.
And we got both our men and women playing, training, and competing on it. And we got Sporting Jacks on it. And so that's a lot of wear and tear. And Corey is tremendous at his job. But that's a lot of wear and tear and a lot of effort that they've got to put in to keep that looking as beautiful as it is. And then Hodges Stadium we're going to be doing some work on Hodges Stadium this year as well, some renovation and some upgrades. And so we got a lot.
Yeah.
We got a lot in the hopper.
Now you got a lot going on. I love it. A lot of action over there at the University of North Florida. And by the way, you led us down a road to finish the show out in our first debut show of Talon Talk. Give a shout out at the end of the show. Really wanted to mention Corey and Lewis and that staff. I mean, they do a lot of work over there. The place looks fantastic. But you're right. I mean, it's a lot to do, but also from a playing surface standpoint, if you can get those other fields, it alleviates some of the stress on those fields and then the maintenance on those fields and keeps them lush, right?
Yeah, and if we can get soccer off there from a training perspective, that opens up that field for more events and more things we can do. Right now, we're saying no to events in Hodges Stadium because we need to maintain the integrity of the field.
Yeah, good call. All right, Nick Morrow, thanks, man.
Great. Talent Talk. I appreciate it.
This is great. Yeah, good stuff. Richard Miller, nice job. We appreciate Bobby Kennen, Jamie Davies, also Bella Pontieri from the women's soccer program. Good luck to the rest of the fall programs. Volleyball, obviously. Tennis just started up. We got a lot going on. And then on the horizon, the basketball season for the men and women. That's Talon Talk. Check it out each and every Tuesday, 2 to 3 p.m., right here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. And get the latest at UNFospreys.com. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but I want to say it. New look website coming up tomorrow. At UNFospreys.com. And also a little bit of boot camp content from the basketball team coming out tomorrow as well. So Wednesday, October 1st, a busy day on the campus of the University of North Florida. Thanks, guys. That was fun. We'll do it again next Tuesday. You can catch some replays throughout the week, but at your fingertips, on demand, on social media, anytime you need it. Just look up Action Sports Jacks.
Hi, I'm Joel Donovan. My brother Kyle and I, we are co-owners and operators here at Donovan Heat and Air and Electric, and my dad started the business in 1987 to provide the greater Jacksonville area with a great customer service experience. 3 decades later, we're still doing the same thing. I love the Jacksonville area, I love the community, I love raising my family here. That's my name on the side of the building, and it's really important for our family to run this company the way it should be ran and something to be proud of.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
We're CSI companies. We partner with organizations nationwide to help employers like you find your dream team. You're looking to hire the best of the best, and we've got you covered, start to finish. Whether you're hiring for projects or everyday operations, we provide the talent, strategic solutions, and innovative technologies that keep your business ahead of the competition. This is your workforce, reimagined. This is CSI Companies.
Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown